Hello friends. Yesterday I had put up a video in Hindi about the latest developments of the novel coronavirus 2019. So a lot of you had requested that I should put up another video in English since the language was a problem. So here's a video in English with some of the previous information but also some of the latest developments which I have read and have happened in the previous 24 hours. Friends, the novel coronavirus has now shown three important things in the past 2 days. First, in China, there have been a case where the novel coronavirus has traveled from a human to an animal. Now, mark my words, it's human to animal. It's not animal to human, that's how it started. In this case, a pet dog suspected to now have a coronavirus, which it has got from its owner. The owner was infected by coronavirus, and now his pet, it's a dog, which has also been affected by coronavirus. Now, this suspected case of coronavirus in a dog is absolutely new. And if that is true, we are still investigating whether the case is true or not. But the initial signs look that there is a moderate case, a mild case of coronavirus in this dog. Now, while the dog will survive, but there's one very important signal to come and read from this. And that is that coronavirus can now travel from humans to animals. We right now know it's just a dog. It may be someone else as well. If this starts happening, then human to human infection is not the only way the coronavirus will spread. In fact, coronavirus can spread from a human to any other animal, perhaps a dog. Maybe in the future it may be a cat or a bird. We do not know yet. And these animals, cats, dogs, birds, and various other animals which can be infected from humans with the coronavirus, can then travel to other humans and spread the infection around the globe. So this is a very difficult development which we'll have to deal with, because it's easier to quarantine a human being, but it's very difficult to quarantine an animal. So that's development number one, and as the story updates, I'll let you know what happened with this dog. The second story happened about 2 or 3 days ago in United States of America. Here, a woman is suffering from coronavirus, a very serious, severe case of infection. She's hospitalized under intensive care. But this woman has not met anybody who has come from China or has met anybody who potentially could have met somebody who had a coronavirus. So while this sounds not very complicated, but it's a very important and a very critical development. It shows that there are isolated cases of coronavirus which have started appearing. People who have nothing to do with, who have not met people from China or Wuhan, who have not been exposed to the coronavirus in any way, are now showing signs of catching this infection. So what might have happened? One thing which might have happened is the coronavirus is out on the loose, and that is in the United States, which is a very developed, perhaps one of the best healthcare systems in the world. Even there's suspicion that coronavirus is on the loose. We have not been able to track all the coronavirus cases. They have not been quarantined, and these loose cases of coronavirus are out on the streets, and they are the ones who might have infected this woman. The third development, which happened quite recently, in fact, it's news of today only, I was reading early in the morning, in Iran. Now, we all know that Iran is now one of the leading sufferers from the coronavirus after China, South Korea, Italy, and Iran. Those are the four countries which are most affected by the coronavirus cases. Now, Iran is a healthcare system. Two things are important to note. One is that Iran healthcare system is relatively weaker compared to the other three which I mentioned. And the second thing which is important to know is that Iran is a relatively warm climate. So far, coronavirus has shown in colder climates. Iran is a relatively warmer climate compared to others. In Iran, as per the government documents, about 350 odd people are infected with coronavirus. But, now that's lightning, but already about 40 deaths have appeared. So out of 350, 40 people have died. That's a death rate of about 11%. We so far believe coronavirus is extremely low on death rate. So we were believing that it's about 2% compared to SARS, which is about 10%. But now coronavirus is developing and mutating into something much more lethal and something far more to worry about, which is about 10% and 10+% death rate. Now that rate situation is very alarming. Now, the other thing which I also want to tell you, Harvard came out with a study last week, about 4 days ago actually. And the Harvard Medical Institute has predicted that in absence of a vaccine, and even the United States has said yesterday, or day before yesterday, Donald Trump's press conference, the CDC, the Communicable Disease Center, their head has said that it will take about 1 to 1.5 years for the vaccine to come into play. And Harvard Medical Facilities in the university there has predicted that if we wait for 1 year, the way we are right now going, about 70%, and 70, not 17, 70% of everybody in the world will get coronavirus. And it's very dangerous, especially dangerous for people of age and the very young ones. So what should you do? Now, you've already asked some questions. I'll address your questions once. I'm just going to tell you what exactly what do we need to do as an Indian. First, do understand, and I've told it in the previous video, the best defense against coronavirus, there are two things which you should do. One is that avoid exposure to any place or anyone who might have been infected with coronavirus. Avoid unnecessary travel, especially to abroad if you can. So no more leisure travel would be a good idea. The second thing is wash your hands. Coronavirus does not spread in the air. It cannot survive at long distances in the air, unlike a smallpox virus. So coronavirus, the best strategy is not actually wearing a mask, but washing your hands. Because you pick up the virus from surfaces, and those surfaces which have droplets which have been dropped by coronavirus patients, they carry your virus to your face. So don't touch your face, wash your hands as frequently as you can. That is the best defense against coronavirus. It's high time that all state and central governments and all population of India must get together. Coronavirus does not kill according to the religion or the region or the language you speak. Coronavirus kills, it's colorblind. So one must be very careful on how to handle this coronavirus, especially from the policy angle. Governments, central and state governments, should now wake up, and this is a big wake-up call. Iran is a huge wake-up call for India to gear up for coronavirus. So the thing is that how do you handle the coronavirus case, in this case, as if you're a government? Japan has already set up this mechanism where it has given a long vacation to children in schools. I think India needs to wake up to that reality as well. India needs to wake up to the possibility that coronavirus, to prevent coronavirus, especially in children, which is a very sensitive segment, we must gear up on an early summer vacation. And that is a purely, it's a preventive reason why we should do this. Now, having said this, let me also come to some of the questions. The first question is Ashish Tripathi. Andhra Pradesh government tried convincing coronavirus doesn't affect chicken, but now people should doubt that too. No, I don't think you should. Coronavirus spreads from person to person. It started, of course, we're not sure exactly which animal, but you're not really at threat with animals causing you coronavirus. It is humans which are, almost all cases, except perhaps the first few cases, have been caused by human-to-human transmission. We're not sure, that I remember, I do recall that I told you the first case where a dog was infected, but we're not sure whether dogs can reinfect humans yet. So as of now, the story is that chickens do not cause you coronavirus. It's humans which can cause you coronavirus. Then we have Deepak. He's saying it travels in aerosol form too. Yes, it does, Deepak. And as I said, but unlike smallpox virus, it cannot travel very long distances. And it cannot survive in air, suspended in air for a very long distance. So that's actually a good news, because coronavirus, and if you go through the parliamentary speech of the Singapore health minister, he talks about exactly what you're saying. But most of the cases of coronavirus infection happen when the droplets in aerosol fall down on a surface, usually a table or a handle or something like that, and then you touch somebody, a healthy person touches that, picks up those droplets and puts it on his face. So it's the cases of long distance air-to-air transmission of the virus are relatively very low. It's basically hands, your fingers, which can touch a surface which has those aerosol droplets, and they can touch the face and then it can cause infection. So this was my update on the coronavirus for today. I will continue to update you on coronavirus and many other things which are happening across the world. I'll try to be more regular, and will be happy to take all your questions. And Ankit, yes, I remember. Hi. So yes, I remember we were at Lucknow. Pleasure.